Across the industry, average selling prices for smartphones have reached record highs, making the checkout experience a lot more painful. The biggest casualty is the $300 budget flagship. That reliable middle ground where price and performance used to meet is disappearing. Standard inflation and a move toward premium materials explain some of this, but they don't account for the aggressive double-digit price spikes hitting the market today. The real pressure comes from a global supply chain war for resources. The artificial intelligence boom demands a volume of hardware the industry wasn't built to sustain. Every smart photo edit or text summary relies on a massive backbone of silicon and memory. That demand is outstripping supply, and consumers are footing the bill for those components. These components start their journey here, in high-capacity racks running platforms like ChatGPT and Gemini. They require massive data centers operating around the clock. These servers rely on a specialized component called high bandwidth memory, or HBM. It is fast, highly lucrative to produce, and tech giants are currently hoarding every chip they can buy to train new models. Chip makers are pulling assembly lines away from standard memory to prioritize enterprise HBM. When that capacity moves to server-grade hardware, consumer supply dries up. The result is a severe global shortage of conventional dynamic RAM, the memory used in personal electronics. By locking in long-term, high-capacity memory contracts, cloud providers and AI companies have outbid the consumer electronics industry for these essential resources. This chart shows the impact on pricing. Conventional DRAM contract prices are forecast to spike by as much as 95% in a single quarter. This supply and demand imbalance gives memory suppliers total pricing power. As a result, they are raising rates, making it significantly more expensive to put a finished phone in a box. These costs compound with trade restrictions and rising prices for raw materials like cobalt and gallium. When internal part costs rise, manufacturers cannot maintain the aggressive, budget-friendly pricing that consumers expect. This creates a difficult situation for the phone in your pocket. At the exact moment memory prices are skyrocketing, new devices suddenly require more memory than ever. This is because of the industry move to on-device AI. To keep data secure and processing fast, tasks that used to happen in the cloud are now being processed locally on the device. Running these generative features requires a strict minimum of 8 GB of memory. This forces an across-the-board spec upgrade for almost every new model. Processors are seeing similar inflation. Next-generation AI-capable chips are reportedly seeing price hikes of 20% to handle the higher computing load. On lower-end devices, the memory cost alone has surged from under 10% to over 40% of the total cost to build the phone. For years, the cost of technology tended to drop over time. On-device AI has stalled that cycle. As long as these features are the baseline, the cost of the basic components inside your phone will continue to trend up. This is leading to a polarization pattern in the market. The ecosystem is splitting into two extremes. This graph shows the middle-tier market being hollowed out. Consumers are being pushed toward either stripped-down budget phones or ultra-expensive premium devices. To maintain profitability, manufacturers are cutting specs on cheaper phones while pushing flagship prices to new records. This leaves price-sensitive buyers with a difficult choice: settle for less capable hardware or hold on to their aging devices for much longer than they intended. The AI revolution relies on a foundation of scarce, expensive hardware. Every new feature is a trade-off that follows the technology out of the data center and directly into your wallet.